Hello, my name is Joanne Rebello, and I am so excited to help you get to know more about Chipotle Mexican Grill. Before I begin, I would like to introduce the rest of Team Chipotle. Emmanuel Fernandez, who you will be hearing from later in this slideshow, Wong Nguyen, Brian Pessoa, Greg Ponce, who put together this fabulous slideshow, Melissa Wallace, and Shelly Ann Wilson. Chipotle Mexican Grill began as a fast casual Mexican restaurant in Denver, Colorado in 1993 by CEO Steve Ells and was based upon the principles of using locally sourced produce. In 1995, Chipotle opened their second brick and mortar with the profits from its first location, and later that year opened their third restaurant with an SBA loan. In 1998, McDonald's saw Chipotle growing in the fast casual market and invested in the business. In 1999, Chipotle expanded by opening restaurants in Minneapolis and Columbus, Ohio. By 2001, McDonald's became Chipotle's largest investor, which aided in its rapid growth. In 2006, Chipotle went public on the New York Stock Exchange, and today, Chipotle has over 2,000 stores and over 60,000 employees and is a leader in the fast casual dining segment in the United States. Chipotle's vision and mission statement is to change the way people think about and eat fast food. Their primary way of doing this is by offering high-quality ingredients and classic cooking methods while also charging reasonable prices. Aesthetically, they offer a distinctive interior design and always have friendly people available to take care of each customer. To enhance their vision, Chipotle incorporated their value philosophy concept, food with integrity, which involves being committed to serving more naturally raised, antibiotic-free, and vegetarian-fed meat than any other restaurant in the world. This philosophy highlights Chipotle's commitment to sustainability and natural foods. Chipotle's major goal is to prove to their customers that there are many health and other benefits to eating Chipotle rather than the food of the competition. They accomplish this by highlighting their commitment to sustainability and ethical treatment of animals, and by setting higher standards for healthier options for a savvier customer. Their website designates an entire page of educational materials like videos and other items for their customer to peruse and to learn from. These videos demonstrate Chipotle's devotion to animal rights and proves that companies can treat animals humanely prior to consumption. The most effective video is titled "The Scarecrow," which creates a scenario that highlights issues such as intensive confinement of animals, the overuse of antibiotics, and anti-factory farming. Chipotle's longer-term challenges that could serve as its strategic intent include showing animal rights activists that Chipotle farmers follow all guidelines and are animal-friendly. This will lead to even more support from the community and will be attractive for brand-loyal customers who wish to support animal rights. While sustainability and ethical treatment of animals are Chipotle's main goals, they have had to change their marketing and advertising to respond to E. coli outbreaks in their restaurants. This emergent strategy of assuring their customers that it is safe to eat at a Chipotle restaurant has had almost catastrophic events on the company. It has been reported that sales fell more than expected. The breakouts of E. coli and norovirus were linked to its food supply and preparation. Reports state that sales at different locations across the country fell by at least 22% in 1 year. This disaster outbreak drove many customers away from Chipotle and led to the company's first sales decline since it went public. Many aggressive marketing campaigns were launched and promotions were done to lure customers back. Since these new campaigns, Chipotle has been making steady progress of earning back their customers' trust. Research indicates that people are beginning to feel better about the Chipotle brand and the quality of their food. Chipotle offers a high-quality product to the fast food industry. They offer a high-class experience while remaining quick and easy, and this has helped them thrive through a rigorous global recession and grow amid heavy competition. Fresh ingredients at an affordable price have drawn healthy eaters to their restaurants and has helped to attract consumers turned down by other fast food restaurants. The number of Americans who report eating fast food about weekly has fallen about 5% since 2006. This is due to consumer concerns of fast food nutritional value. And about 75% of people think that fast food is bad for you. Chipotle has attracted many of these people by using local farms and offering fresh and organic food. Chipotle has worked hard to regain the trust of its customers since the countrywide health scare. An upgrade to food safety procedures and technology in the restaurants is an important aspect to Chipotle's future. Expensive food safety protocols will need to be in place, and Chipotle is paying for many of the smaller local farms that they use to be able to keep up with these protocols. This will be Chipotle's biggest challenge in continuing not only growth, but general success. Healthier fast food is the general direction of the industry, and Chipotle has placed themselves in the position to be the leaders of that movement. Consumers can choose between low price and quality food from a large number of different places. One of Chipotle's obstacles is that consumers may avoid visiting because they are intimidated by the process at Chipotle. Consumers may choose to go to a familiar place to stay in their comfort zone. Also, the low barriers to new competition in the past has been a constant obstacle. Purchasing fresh local produce is expensive, but now helping these local farms meet and maintain standards that meet rigorous food safety standards is extremely expensive. The upside is that consumers prefer the fresh taste of Chipotle's marinade over similar competition, and the more that word spreads, the more consumers will be willing to try a new place. There is an admitted risk to purchasing local and fresh as well. The annual report warned, we may be at a higher risk for foodborne illness outbreaks than some competitors due to our use of fresh produce and meats rather than frozen, and our reliance on employees cooking with traditional methods rather than automation. The fast food industry is an ever-evolving industry. The industry is moving away from greasy, unhealthy foods towards quick but healthy options. That is reshaping the way competition is affecting Chipotle. This health movement also slightly increases the barriers to new competition entering the field, which bodes well for Chipotle. Other players must spend billions of dollars on creating a new menu to attract health-conscious customers. Chipotle has the infrastructure in place and will continue to be a leading force in that model. A company's core competency is the eternal activity that is essential to its strategy and competitiveness. Chipotle's core competence is to provide fresh and quality food at a reasonable price. Being that our society has become more health conscious, Chipotle decided to promote the use of more natural ingredients to take advantage of this new phenomenon. Their main message was that quality ingredients matter. Chipotle uses this strategy to formulate their mission statement, Food with Integrity. Embracing this strategy created a competitive advantage and helped drive phenomenal growth. The idea to provide fresh and healthy fast food means the company needs to use only fresh and natural ingredients. If Chipotle is to be successful, it needs to maintain access to high quality and natural ingredients. These ingredients are what creates a unique selling point that Chipotle holds over competitors. To build on its core competence, Chipotle has formulated business strategies that are in line with its resources and capabilities. Chipotle's approach is to identify and exploit resources that are competitively valuable, rare, and not easily copied. Chipotle uses a combination of tangible and intangible resources to achieve its goal. Chipotle's tangible resources is the use of organic farming. The company has built its brand on the notion that they only use natural ingredients. Chipotle gives preference to farmers who are good stewards of their land over industrialized factory farms, uses only 100% recycled content in its napkins, sources 100% of pork from ranches whose pigs are naturally raised outside and free from antibiotics, and seeks locally sourced produce to support rural economies and ensure freshness. In organic farming, farmers are doing everything by hand without reliance on chemicals and the use of heavy machines. This message resonates with those who care about the environment and oppose animal cruelty. Chipotle uses several intangible resources to create a system that works. Human assets and intellectual capital are used to build on the company's success. Chipotle succeeds not because of the burritos, it works because of our system. Fresh, local, sustainable ingredients, cooked with classic methods in an open kitchen where the customer can see everything and served in a pleasing environment. Fundamental to Chipotle's success is its restaurateur program. This program allows hourly crew members to become managers, earning over $100,000 a year. The company uses its internal resource to train high potential employees to become restaurant managers. Our unique people culture is centered around hiring top performers who are empowered to achieve high standards and developing them to be the future leaders of Chipotle. Another intangible resource is supplier relationships. To maintain quality, Chipotle develops partnerships with suppliers who can provide the most valuable products that align with the company's core competency. To ensure quality, Chipotle frequently audits its suppliers to ensure that they are meeting the expected standards. In 2005, Chipotle stopped serving carnitas in some of its restaurants across America. This decision was made after standard auditing shows that a supplier was in violation of animal welfare standards. Because of the company's high standard in providing only the best, it was hard to find another supplier in a short period. Chipotle decided to live by its principles of using only pork that were not conventionally raised. The company made the decision to remove carnitas from its menu. A company must strive to be competitive in terms of its customer service and value. One way of ensuring that this happens is for the company to develop a comprehensive assessment of its overall competitive strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Chipotle's SWOT analysis gives insight into the company's overall situation. The company's strengths and weaknesses focus on its internal factors. Opportunities and threats are focused on the factors external to the company. Some of the strengths for Chipotle are better quality relative to competitors, strong brand image, high quality food, minimal expenses accrued for marketing, strong customer loyalty, good supplier relationships with organic producers, and commitment to providing healthy menu items. Some weaknesses for Chipotle are limited choices and higher prices compared to similar food chains.
In order for Chipotle to be successful in the future, the company will have to maximize on its opportunities while actively seeking ways to eliminate the threats that face the company. Currently, Chipotle has an opportunity to further its international expansion, which has already seen success with 17 international locations, with a majority in Canada. Other opportunities include online ordering services, delivery services, and an expansion to its current offerings on the menu, and the opportunity to expand its share of the market segment. Chipotle already is trying to accomplish this by opening 2 different restaurant chains, a pizza chain known as Pizzeria Locale, and a fast casual Asian restaurant chain known as Shop House Southeast Asian Kitchen. The threats that face Chipotle would include new entrants to the market, negative reviews from customers that pertain to unsatisfactory service from the employees, and a shift in the preferences of its target market. Given the nature of the fast casual sector of the food industry, Chipotle is also threatened by substitute products from competitors in any economic downturn. Chipotle has always been committed to serving safe, high-quality food to customers. Within the 10-K form submitted to the SEC, Chipotle stated, "Quality and food safety measures are found throughout our supply chain, from the farms that supply our food all the way through our front line. We have established close relationships with some of the top suppliers in the industry, and we actively maintain a limited list of approved suppliers from whom our distributors must purchase. Our quality assurance department establishes and monitors our quality and food safety programs for our supply chain. Our training, operations, and risk management departments develop and implement operating standards for food quality, preparation, cleanliness, and safety in the restaurants. Our food safety programs are also designed to ensure that we comply with applicable federal, state, and local food safety regulations. Chipotle's food with integrity strategy was put at risk due to the norovirus outbreak in 2015, but the company took this unfortunate circumstance to redesign its food safety program to better serve customers. Chipotle also enhanced its internal controls by utilizing the HACCP management system. HACCP is short for Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. The HACCP system defines the procedures for maintaining control of potentially hazardous food. Since receiving quality food at reasonable prices is key to Chipotle's success, the company has ensured that these controls for food handling are strictly enforced. Chipotle's business strategy can be closely related to a focused, differentiated strategy. The company wants to drive a targeted market to its restaurants due to the differentiation from its competitors. Chipotle's seamless integration of its menu items and serving process, coupled with its upscale atmosphere within the restaurants, offer a unique experience to the customers. Chipotle's strategy is focused due to the market that it targets. The food and services the company provides is all to meet the needs of millennials. Lastly, Chipotle's message of food with integrity that surrounds having higher food quality with a greener business model than its competitors is supposed to translate to a greater value offered to the customers. The leading cost drivers for Chipotle include labor productivity and compensation costs, general input costs, economies of scale, and vertical integration. Chipotle has been successful with the handling of its cost drivers. Based off a principle known as the 4 pillars of great throughput, Chipotle has developed a process that has employees seamlessly integrated throughout the entirety of the food servicing portion of its business. Chipotle has been successful with the general input cost as well. Even though there are less suppliers that offer produce at the quality level Chipotle strives for, Chipotle customers do not mind paying more to have a higher quality produce. This is due to successful leveraging of its message of food with integrity. Chipotle also owns the majority of its restaurant locations instead of franchising out its brand. This allows the restaurants to follow one centralized marketing plan, and the company benefits from receiving full profits from each location. Chipotle also supports local farms, so integrating them into its business also puts the company in good standing with the community. This increases the perceived value of the company. The value drivers of Chipotle include cultivating integrity through brand operations, providing organic and fresh foods, and being environmentally conscious. Out of the 3 value drivers, Chipotle is successful at leveraging being environmentally conscious. This is due to the restaurants being eco-friendly. There is still a lot of opportunity to improve the other 2 value drivers because Chipotle's image needs to rebound from the norovirus outbreak. Taking into consideration the context of the focused, differentiated strategy that Chipotle pursues, there are some benefits and setbacks that the company faces. The fast casual industry that Chipotle is in has a high level of entry due to the low sunk cost and modest startup capital needed with respect to other industries. This makes it increasingly difficult for Chipotle to be successfully differentiated from its competitors. The target market can be offered a wider selection of food outside of Chipotle's restaurants. Also, the fast casual sector of the food service industry overlaps with the table service diner sector. This makes it more competitive because tabletop diners have a higher perceived value due to the fact that customers are waited on. The benefit of pursuing a differentiated strategy is that Chipotle does not need to be a cost leader, but instead works for the highest perceived value. In an effort to accomplish this goal, Chipotle sets forth a message of business with integrity. Customers are more inclined to eat at Chipotle because they feel better about spending their money on a company with strong morals. Lastly, how does Chipotle improve its strategy? Chipotle needs to put customer safety in the forefront to gain back trust. The integrity that they have ingrained into its overall process needs to be leveraged in a different way than previously used. Chipotle needs to promote their past actions and show that it can funnel that energy and passion to the care and attention of its actual customers. Once customers feel appreciated and cared for, Chipotle can start to see their market share grow again. Chipotle uses a global international corporate level strategy, meaning that they only have one product for the whole world. This strategy in particular offers a lower risk because it still uses the company's business strategy and plan that it uses domestically. Chipotle, however, has had significant struggles with brand awareness in London. This is due for the fact that Americanized Mexican cuisine is not popular in England as it is in America. Chipotle should offer itself up to pursuing a transitional strategy because the same business plan doesn't always work internationally. This has proven to be successful with KFC and McDonald's globally. Chipotle prides itself on being socially responsible, and it all begins with its produce, which comes from free-range animals. The food that is serviced to its customers is organic and contains no pesticides. Also, Chipotle's Cultivate Foundation is committed to having a future where all food is produced sustainably. Lastly, Chipotle has done a complete overhaul on its sanitary food preparation process due to the E. coli outbreak that transpired in 2015. Now we ask, is Chipotle worth investing in? Yes, and it has to do with the clear and distinct strategy it has. Chipotle also gives back to the community, and it has shown with its support of local farms. Most importantly, Chipotle has the capacity to change society's expectation on how sustainable we should be. This can lead to more ethical animal treatment across all fast food providers. On behalf of all Team Chipotle members, I want to thank you for your time and attention. If you have any questions, we are more than happy to answer them.